Hi, friends. So I just wanted to touch on, sorry about that. Hey, friends. So I have some notes here, okay, because something came to mind that I really, really desperately wanted to share with you all, okay? And it's called feeling trapped. Feeling trapped. What do we do when we feel trapped in a situation, an environment, a relationship? What do we do when we are feeling trapped? You know, some people are feeling trapped, feeling stuck in a particular relationship or even a situation. So, in other words, your heart has left, but your feet just won't move. And there's a reason for that. So, if you're going through that today, I just wanted to share something with you. Okay? A lot of people won't get out of a situation simply because of FOMO. What does that mean? Fear of missing out. FOMO, fear of missing out. Or fear of the unknown. Okay? Wondering what would life be like if I actually did take that risk? How would my life change? But what if I told you it's a little deeper than that? See, a lot of people are dealing with, I'm going to say a lot of people, a lot of us, because I've been there and done that, right? So a lot of us, it was because of insecurity, self-esteem, self-worth issues, self-neglect, right? Lack of self-worth. So we tolerate, these feelings that we get from people or environments or situations. We tolerate it and we put up with it. Because we partially believe that it's going to get better. It's going to get better just one day. It's going to get better. It has to get better. Because this is for me, right? It felt good once upon a time, so I know that it's going to get better. There's potential for it to get better, right? Like we subconsciously play that in the back of our mind. It has to get better. But what if it never does? What if you find yourself going through the same cycle over and over and over and over again, and it never gets better? It just keeps getting worse and worse, right? Yep. That means that you have now become a slave of your problems, of your pain, of your hurt, things that you're going through. And you need to, I just wanted to say to you guys, you need to find out, what's keeping you? What's making you feel stuck? I'll answer that for you while you think about it, okay? I'm going to tell you, one, it's pain. What if you took that risk? What if you did? What if you just up and left and said, you know what, the hell with this. I'm done with this career. I'm done with this job. I'm done with this person. I'm done with this environment. I'm done with this relationship. What if you actually did just get up and go? What do you think is going to happen? What are you afraid of? See, it could be insecurity, self-esteem, self-lack issues and all those good things, right? But it's deeper than that. See, because whenever you are staying in a situation where you're unhappy and it doesn't resonate with you, it's making you feel vulnerable, lost, unappreciated. Now you are becoming careless in every aspect of the situation, the environment, or the relationship. But I'm going to tell you, most deeper than that, of all of those things, is, of course, fear. We know that. We discovered that, right? But then we have pain. So pain is actually number 2. Pain. It's pain. We don't want to face it. We don't want to deal with the pain. We don't want to embrace the pain. That's right. I said it. Pain. We don't want to deal with it. How many of us are afraid to cry again, to appear weak, to appear vulnerable, to allow people to see that it failed, I fucked up? We are afraid of that pain that we're going to feel in the aftermath of that situation or that relationship. We're afraid to appear weak, confused, betrayed. We don't want to embrace pain because it's too much to bear. I mean, can we just be real about it all? The next thing is truth. We don't want to embrace truth because we just don't want to see the reality of the situation. You guys may not be compatible with that person, right? That job may not be the best thing for you. Maybe you really do need to get ahead. Maybe that friendship is not for you. Why are you so afraid to just go for it? So I'm going to encourage you guys today to take a risk, to take that step and step out anyway. Lisa Nichols said, she's one of my favorite motivational speakers to listen to. But she said that, even when you're afraid, step out anyway. I promise you, stepping out on faith will change your life. 6 years ago, I didn't know nothing about the state of Maryland. I was like, nope. Well, actually, it was like 7 years ago. I didn't really know nothing about it. Right? And I left. And then I came back to New York, and I came back again because I stepped out on faith. I said, well, I'm going to take my son with me. I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to try, to embrace something different. I don't know what my life is going to be like. I don't know what's going to happen with me. I don't know if I'm going to still be homeless, because a lot of you know my story. I was homeless for like 8 years, and I finally got my shit together, right? So I think it was that part of the fear that was actually holding me back. The fear of being homeless again, or the fear of not being able to have that stability, the fear of not being able to have my family around, the fear of not knowing what I'm about to walk into, the fear of I don't know if somebody's going to hurt me or my child. Like, it was a lot of fears that I was dealing with. And then I also was still dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of neglect issues. I still was dealing with all of that. So, but I did not allow my current circumstances to determine who I am. And I did not allow, my present hurt at that time, because I was upset. I was like, I can't seem to do nothing right. Like, every time I'm trying to take one step forward, something is trying to hold me back. Every time I'm trying to progress and do something amazing, something keeps stopping me, and it just won't let me prosper. God, what am I doing wrong? And you know what God told me? He said, how can I bless you if you keep going from place to place? Okay? If you won't sit still, if you won't listen to me, if you won't abide by my rules or my laws and things that I'm trying to teach you, how can I bless you? I can't bless you, and I can't trust you with the little things. So how can I trust you with the big things? I want to give you big things, but first you got to believe that you can even have those big things. Okay? And so sometimes we have to just step out afraid. We have to do that. So I thank Lisa Nichols for that, because it's really important that we learn to do that, guys. Step out afraid. Step out anyway. Even if you don't know what's going to happen after that relationship, even if you don't know what's going to happen after that friendship, guess what? You'll meet more friends. Oh, trust me, there's somebody for everybody. So you'll definitely meet like a new girlfriend or a new boyfriend, a new wife. You'll meet someone new. It probably won't be right away or in the next 6 months. It probably won't even happen for the next 3 years. But guess what? There's always the right time for the right person, the right season, at the right place. It's destined to happen regardless. The problem is, it's not that we can't get things that are destined to us. The problem is we tend to step out of God's timing. And when we try to force things to happen, in other words, even we're trying to force that relationship, or we're trying to force that environment, we're trying to force that career, no, I'm going to stay right here. I'm not going to find another job because this job got benefits, it's convenient. But God is like, no, why you keep trying to stay comfortable? I'm trying to make you uncomfortable so you can get common sense and say, okay, let me move the fuck on. Let me go. Let me get up and take that risk. Because apparently God is trying to do a new thing in me, right? Or Spirit is trying to elevate me, or, the universe is working with me completely, and it's really bringing me in a situation so I can learn a lot more about myself and about my circumstances. But I cannot fully develop mentally, spiritually, and emotionally if I'm not willing to step out afraid. If I'm not willing to take that risk, if I'm not willing to say to hell with this and just do it, you have to learn to trust your intuition. You have to learn to trust God, the universe, whatever it is that you do, right? You know that I'm very big on the law of attraction. And I will tell you first and foremost, guys, if you don't learn to first put that in your mental, that I'm good with or without this situation, with or without this relationship, with or without this marriage, a lot of you are dealing with some tough things, man. And you know what? You have to first believe that you're going to get out of it. Because yes, God can give you all of the resources, but if you don't really listen to it, or if you don't pay attention to your resources or things that are surrounding you, like the synchronicities and things, right? If you're not paying attention to those things, then what's the point? You can call on the devil, you can call on God, Spirit all day long, but if you're not actually willing to take that risk, what is the point? So, you have to learn now to be okay with being uncomfortable. Yes, God, that's right. Make me uncomfortable. Because I know you're teaching me something. God, you must be teaching me something. That's why I'm going through all of this. I had a really interesting year, guys. I really did. I had a really interesting year. But I never gave up. I never gave up. And I'm saying interesting because there were some exciting times. There were some heartfelt times. There was many nights where I cried. You know, I was going through things in my relationship. Like, it was a lot happening. But I never gave up. I never stopped. I never quit. I never even talked about my struggle. I just fought through it. And I kept pushing. And I stepped out on faith anyway. Even if you feel like you did something for the benefit of somebody else, you still did it. And guess what? Your blessing is on its way. It's not like, okay, now that you did this and you're being hurt through the process that God has forgotten all about you. No, God didn't forget you. He didn't oversee what you did. He didn't, he's not going to overlook your what is the word I'm looking for? It's not here to me right now, but universe, he'll give it to me later, right? So, it's sacrifice. Thank you. Right? So God is not going to overlook your sacrifice or what you put out. God is not going to overlook you. So you keep being a good person. You keep striving. Even if you don't like that job, start putting in applications for a new job. If you don't like that marriage, start going to counseling for yourself. If you don't like that relationship, you don't like that friendship, find some new friends. Pray for some new friends. Do a friendship spell. I don't give a damn what you do. But get up, do the work, and get out. Listen, and it's going to hurt. Let me tell you something. You're going to cry. You're going to cry. You're going to cry a lot, okay? You might have a few nights where you sit there and be like, I can't take this shit no more. Like, yes, you might have those nights. You're going to have plenty of those nights. But I promise you, don't let it stop you. If you don't let it stop you, you're going to be amazed in a year from now how far you've come. If you take that risk and just get up and get pushing and get motivated and get moving. If your goal is weight loss and you're like, I just can't do this anymore, do it. Do it. Stop sitting around and feeling sorry for yourself. Stop sitting around crying over things and obstacles and situations that you can't control. We cannot control everybody else's experience. We can only control what our experience is like. And you can choose to allow a situation, environment, or relationship to confuse you, belittle you, hurt you. Or you can just wake up and say, you know what, God, you got this. I'm not tripping. Even though what they said just hurt my feelings and broke my heart, I'm going to move on anyway. That's how we deal with that. And I know it sounds a lot easier than that. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. It's not. But that is why you have your ancestors. That is why you have your archangels and your guardian angels. This is why you have you have God. This is why you have people walking with you, teaching you, guiding you, and praying for you. Okay? So that was just a few minutes of G1 Insights. And I had that on my heart very heavily because, of course, I'm dealing with some things as well. So I just wanted to share that with you. I love you, and I wish you guys have an amazing weekend, okay? If I don't get a chance to speak to you, which, of course, you know me. I can't go too long without talking to you guys. So much love, baby.